Oh! I'm alive. And I'm still alive. Very, very alive. Very, very still alive. You're watching the Australian SAS NOC List. Revealed. Fuck you. I said I was going to do it. I fucking told ya. If you didn't pay me, I'll release the NOC List. That's what I said I'd do. If I do not grant you amnesty, then your only path to amnesty is to meet the fucking deadline and pay the fucking money. You didn't do it, so here we are. Oh, I've been looking forward to this. I love following through. So you, of all people, the Australian SAS, should understand what a deadline means. Don't you all work in advertising? Don't tell them. You fucking faggots. But, just like advertising chumps, you're too arrogant. You thought it wouldn't apply to you. Coffee. Ooh, it's a bit hot. This is for you, Sylvia Jeffries. You're watching No Pictures of the Bird, a podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott. Yeah. Like I've just teased, I've got a cracker of an episode. One that's very close to my heart, personally. Because these fucking spastic dogs have been ruining my life for fucking about 20 years. Yeah. Fuck you, Australian SAS. This is gonna be sweet. Oh, by the way, I got extra toilet paper. You fucking zertzism bastards. Well, if that's your attitude. Oh, now you're praying. Look, see, I've been praying myself. So what we're gonna do, we just have to manage priorities, okay? Because this is my meeting, right? I've called this meeting. And so we're gonna run through my priorities first, and then we'll get to your priorities. So I've been praying for this moment for quite some time, and you've only just started praying now. So I've consulted with my traffic manager, Kitty Callahan. We're gonna address my priorities first, okay? Thanks. We're going to play Google Maps. That's his girlfriend's place, I think. Yeah. What has she won? Aldous Harding has a suggestion. Okay, thanks, Aldous. Doesn't look like you can get the classic anymore. There it is. So this is for you, spastic dog. Fuck you. Remember that? Remember this cool tea? You've been burned. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, better crack her an episode. So who's familiar with a NOC list? Who knows what a NOC list is? Who's seen Mission Impossible? Yeah. Okay. So it's like, yeah, it's often used in spy films. It's like, oh, the NOC list. It's the list of all the agents, all the undercover agents that the different agencies have. So the Australian SAS, they have quite a network of undercovers. They're pictures of a bird, douchebags. And now, because I set the deadline yesterday, I said you've got until 2 p.m. to deliver $100,000 in cash to Linwood Lodge. It didn't happen. And so today I will be exposing all the undercovers, or at least, no, not all of them, but a lot of the high profile ones who are really, like, yeah, the gayest secret little gay club. Yeah, they're faggots. They really are. Secret handshake, like Hardy Boys, like Babysitters Club. Faggots, basically. Let's solve mysteries together and also do cocaine off each other's boners. Aren't we cool with the SAS? No one will suspect us. You fucksticks. You fucksticks. You could have let me in your club. We could have worked together. And now, instead, it's come to this. So yeah. Anyway, just for anyone out there wondering what it is, a non-official cover list refers to a real or fictional roster of intelligence agents, like those from the CIA, operating without official government ties. That's going to be important. Often disguised as business people, journalists, or academics, making them illegals without diplomatic immunity. And its theft, as in the Mission Impossible film, is a major intelligence breach, exposing agents to severe penalties. While no public official list exists due to secrecy, the concept highlights deep cover spies who lack the protection of diplomats, facing harsh consequences if caught. Now that is going to be very important. Because, yeah, like I've been saying, you are fully liable for anything that you've done. For anyone, especially the SAS and especially the AFP. If you don't have official cover, I've been convicted for my crimes. I've been convicted and sentenced. Yeah. So I'm fine. But these spastics, these SAS spastics, have been murdering people without official cover. They don't have a get out to quote Clear and Present Danger. They don't have a get out of jail free card. They don't. Yeah, they're working unofficially. There's no official ties between them and the SAS. They're not officially in the military, but they've empowered themselves to murder people on behalf of the SAS, which means they're fully liable for anything that they've done. And I've got to tell you right now that the Governor General and the King of England, were intending to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. However, considering you're responsible for the murders of how many people? The Australian SAS have murdered how many people in Australia? How many Australians have they murdered, Kitty Kyle? About 150,000. That makes you a terror organisation. The Australian SAS is now formally declared a terror organisation. That makes all of these people who I'm about to name active combatants because they're terrorists. They're worse. They've murdered more people in Australia than Islamic State have. They're worse than the Islamic State. If you're connected to the Australian SAS, you are now officially a terrorist. Your only hope of surviving is to report to a police station and hand yourself in. That's it. That's it. And look, we know how much you love camaraderie, so there'll be plenty of camaraderie where you're going. These other spastics who I'm about to name, I'm not so sure. Yeah, because now you'll be officially terrorists. You'll be active combatants. Yeah, active enemy combatants operational in Australia. So that's the King of England's jurisdiction still. He's still the head of state. And we're under martial law right now. So enjoy, spastics. What NOC means in espionage: non-official cover, an agent working under a fabricated identity, e.g. a consultant, student or business person with no official link to their sponsoring government. Contrast to official cover: unlike diplomatic agents, NOCs lack diplomatic immunity, making them vulnerable to arrest, prosecution and severe punishment if exposed. Illegals, a common term for NOCs, they operate illegally in a foreign country under deep cover, often under deep cover. Now, that's important because you're not foreign. You're domestic terrorists. That makes this treason. So you might be thinking, like, well, this mama gets us off the hook because we're Aussies. It's like, no, it's worse because it's treason as well. It's sedition and it's treason. You've used murder. You've used terror to try and destabilise and overthrow and seize power for yourself, the Australian government. That makes you terrorists. You've committed an act of violence motivated by politics and religion and all religion, and therefore that's an act of terror. Yeah. You're basically the IRA. So yeah, if the IRA is operational in Northern Ireland, the Northern Ireland is part of the United Kingdom. The British military can just roll into fucking Belfast and just start shooting people. They can do that. If you're in the IRA, if they suspect you're in the IRA, they can shoot you dead. And that's what you are. You're effectively the IRA, domestic terrorist, attempting to destabilise the Australian Constitution. That's sedition. That's treason. Yeah. So enjoy. Yeah. There is no publicly available official NOC list for security reasons, but intelligence agencies like the CIA and MI5 employ NOCs for highly sensitive operations. Yeah. So that's what I am. I'm the NOC list fucking... Because I've got my space powers. I've got my space police and I've got my space powers. So let's get down to business. Basically, this organization this is award, Australian Writers and Art Directors Association. This organization is the SAS. Yeah. 47th award awards. That's number one. Yeah, 47 years, right? So that's too long, basically. Yeah, so the same thing happened to them that happened to everyone else. They got corrupt. The Cold War came and went. They had no enemies left. And they're like, well, we still want to be a paramilitary operational in Australia. So we'll keep doing it. And since no one else seems to be stopping us, let's just seize power as well. Yeah, we'll become politicized. Yeah. Yeah. All of these chumps are SAS. Except for Schreiber. He used 5 families. This bitch. Yeah. Okay, you can't click on the photos. But anyway. Yeah, that's that fucker. Yeah. Marnie Vanderwer, CCO of Saatchi and Saatchi Australia. She's SAS. She has murdered 35 people. Josie Fox of BMF Australia, Ward School head. She has murdered 73 people. Tom Lawrence, CD of GDB Australia. He has murdered 13 people. He's SAS. They're all SAS, basically. All of them. Except, like I said, Julian Schreiber. He's murdered 5 people for the 5 families. Yeah. 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 Yeah, although they're in the SAS, it's supposed to be military. They all use fucking contact poison to disappear people, basically. Yeah. And it could be for any reason. But mostly they're Koreans or Asians. They're Koreans or Chinese. That's who they're targeting. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Cam Blackley, he's like... we can do this. Now, like any good secret organization, like any smart secret organization, they've all published their they can't help but fucking they've all put themselves on LinkedIn to clearly map their organizational structure. Yeah, like any smart terror organization. Yeah. Yes, you fucking spastics, I am smarter than you. It's too late. It's too late. Yeah, so basically, a ward chairman, effectively, that's the head of the SAS in Australia. That's the commanding officer, the chief commanding officer. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so Rowan Dean. This guy from Sky News. Yeah, he was one of the kind of like the architects, basically. But Award, Australian Writers and Art Directors Association, has always been the SAS. It was founded by the SAS. Yeah.
He's on the corner in the bright sun. He survived the long nights with time to explain.
Now,
he is right. He is right, but he's a fool.
What you'll notice is James McGrath isn't on that list, despite the fact James McGrath was one of the most powerful advertising. He was CCO of Clement Jabi Video. The reason he wasn't on that list is because he was technically IRA, but he was also a pedo. And the SAS kind of tolerated him, and that's why, like, I could hammer the shit out of McGrath and Keogh, and Keogh was as well. They didn't like Keogh. The Award didn't really like and Keogh, even though he kept winning a shit ton of awards. They didn't really like him because, he was IRA connected, and also not a pedo, but connected. He was connected to pedos because he was from Paran, and Paran is pedo headquarters basically in Australia. Yeah. So they sort of like maneuvered them into that position as CCOs of Clement Jabi Video. Yeah. Yeah, I did award school in 2006, and I put myself on their radar then. They let me in, and let's keep an eye on this guy. But they thought I was they thought I was too loose. Yeah, because I was I'm going to fucking kill you. And they're like, no. Basically, yeah. They're like, no. He's too punk. Yeah. Despite the fact that he only was read punk and a non-punk. He's like, I wore a leather jacket and that's it. Spastics. Yeah, but they say all this shit. It's like, oh, good idea. Come from anyway. We're looking for life experience. But they're lying. Yeah. They're just straight up lying about that. Yeah. There was someone in their clique. Yeah, you got to be in their faggoty little private school club, basically. Yeah. And then, so it wasn't just that. So they kind of went like, nah. They went, yeah, but nah, effectively. And then I did it I did it again in 2009, did award school again in 2009 in Melbourne. And they went, no, but no, yeah. Because I got stitched up by my fucking illustrator, who was a spy for fucking Nazis. Yeah, she did that on purpose. And I was still plugging away, like trying to get in. They love, like, I'm being told now that they fucking loved my application, but then my award school work for that year didn't really follow through. Yeah, that application was shit hot. And then the rest of it, like, yeah, kind of choked, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. But then, yeah, so they always had one eye on me. But then it kind of became like, yeah, and then, yeah, basically, I'm so gay, kitty Callahan. Yeah, and then they're like, well, no, yeah, you're not allowed in because, we're not letting you in because you're too handsome. Gay. I hate saying that. Yeah. Because they knew I was like, yeah, I had a sword in my mouth. I was a devil with the ladies, and they're like, well, fuck, if we let that guy in, he'll be a professional creative writer. Yeah, because what I looked like in 2009 when I did, yeah. And also, they felt threatened by they knew who my family were. They're like, oh, fuck, he'll take over. Yeah, and so they all felt threatened. They're like, oh, no. Yeah. When the CV went live, when the CV with jokes in it got published, they were like, oh, fuck, he can write. But then, by then, Undrungada made a couple of calls and said, like, whatever you fucking do, don't hire him. And despite the fact that SAS weren't really afraid of Melbourne Undrungada, they still were like, oh, nah, well, that's reason enough. Good, we're looking for an excuse not to hire him, so fuck it. Yeah, basically. Yeah. And so they didn't pick me up. Yeah. Is there more to there must be more to the story. Yeah. There was one fuckstick in particular. Yeah, okay, it's this guy. This is the guy who we're about to expose. Because he was like, no, I'm the pretty boy, ladies man. Yeah. And he was like, don't hire that fucking guy. He told everyone in an award not to hire me. Yeah. Yeah, fuck you. So let's just do it now. Yeah. Okay, this can't. You're going. You've won a prize. I know how much you like awards. And he's crying now. Yeah, this spastic. Yeah, so just because he felt threatened, this guy specifically, he's like, nah, I don't want another ladies' man in the industry. His name's Ben Coulson. Yeah. Yeah, so this guy worked at Patterson. Yeah. CCO. Yeah, Chief Creative Officer. So, by the way, if you're a Chief Creative Officer, you're on a salary. Your salary is about $1 million a year, something like that. Yeah. What was I getting paid to go to jail? 0. Yeah. And this cunt specifically has been the one trying to push me back out onto the street. Yeah. Nah, be a homeless guy. Nick Tapscott, that's it. That's it. You're a homeless guy. Yeah, McCann. 3 years, 3 months, McCann. Yeah. Clement Jabibio, CCO. That's why he went to Sydney, to separate him from McGrath, because McGrath was CCO in Melbourne. Yeah, CCO there. ECD. Yeah. So in 2006, when I met him, I was a barista being paid $12 an hour. No. When I met him in 2009, I was a barista being paid $17 an hour. He was an ECD of George Patterson Y&R on about $500,000 a year. Yeah. But he feels threatened by me. Yeah. People ask me all the time what yeah, started at Mojo. Yeah. So you're going to Guantanamo, Ben Coulson, because fuck you. You fucking spastic. Yeah. You fucking faggots knew that I had the chops and you knew I had the ambition. So if you'd thrown me in, I would have, like, yeah, would have ground my fingers down to the bone for you fucking spastics. But you just wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't let me in. Yeah. Advertising has to be the only fucking profession in the world where you can get fired or nearly murdered. More on that in a minute. For being good at it. Yeah. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, so timeline of events. Mr. Tapscott finishes studying communications in 2005. He's got a reputation for being a weapon writer. He can write movies and stuff. He gets into award school. He does okay in award school Adelaide. He actually does not bad, but he doesn't win, and that's what people look at. I pull myself on, and he gets on the award radar. Like, who is this guy? He's a bit of a loose unit. Secretly in the background, though, Tara Bennett is going to go. She knew that if I got into that business, I'd probably get murdered. She's like, don't do that. So she's kind of like trying to protect me from douchebags. Yeah. Yeah, I generally, yeah. She's not cock blocking me, but she's also like not necessarily. She's like, maybe you don't want to work in that. And this is before she knew I was Mr. Tapscott as well. Yeah, because she was looking at me going like, but you're a rock star though. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Tara Bennett and Kitty Callahan were going like, why do you want to work in advertising? You're a sick drummer, and you're an awesome writer. And I was like, yeah, but I need to make an income, because it's like, you don't want to make coffee for 12 hours. You don't want to make it's really hard to write. If you've been making coffee for 8 hours, you've been on your feet for 8 hours, and then you come home and try and write something like, yeah, it's fucked. So I'm like, well, at least if I'm earning a living and my job includes sitting down, I'll be able to write something after that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah. So they said like, oh no, he's too punk. Yeah, that's what they were thinking. At least in Adelaide. Anyway. Yeah, and to a lesser extent in Sydney as well, because Sydney always keeps one eye on everything. Yeah, that's what Sydney were thinking. Yeah. Yeah, and then I come to Melbourne and I'm a fucking broke as fuck barista. They keep asking me to rewrite my book and go door knocking. They said, like, just keep pounding the pavement. That's what you got to do. But I didn't have time to do that because I was always working, and I can't draw. That's the thing. My work. That's why my award work always suffered, because I can't fucking draw. I'm a writer. I write stuff. Yeah. I can't remember what. Yeah, like, what about your radio or something like that? So yeah, I know. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. So fuck it, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, all of that shit is in the past. They could have picked me up. Yeah. Surely there was an agency somewhere that would have just like let me in. Yeah. But no. They watched me flounder and they kept giving me feedback and saying like, keep killing people and making me work for free. Yeah, effectively enslaved me. Yeah. I keep redoing your book. Yeah. And cock blocking me as well. So if someone was kind of interested, they'd make a call. So, don't hire him. So, what do you think of this Nick Tapscott? He's come along like his book's progressive. So, no, don't hire him. Like, why not? Because he's got a stupid haircut. I don't think he wears the right shoe size. And one time, I heard that he ate a chocolate cake from Woolies for breakfast. So that's why you shouldn't hire him to be a creative copywriter. It's like, well, isn't he creative though and a writer? Hasn't he demonstrated that with his CV? And also, he's getting a reputation around town because he's writing for the Melbourne Arts Club, so he can write. And Wild Children, he's writing blog pieces and stuff, and they're cool and they're interesting and they're funny. So what he actually just needs is like a CD to take him under their wing and try on the ropes, But no, instead it's like, nah, don't hire him. And that was Coulson. That was Ben Coulson. Go, nah, he's too pretty. And also, so now I've also got that reputation. And I blew up the Death Star as well. And so like, holy shit. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, and they heard about my my thing with the I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like playing the folk music open mic with the punk band. They heard about that and they're like, oh fuck. He's a contender for Son of Man. So they're definitely not, absolutely not. No way. Nah, he's too pretty. Yeah, he's too pretty. He's a party guy, even though it's advertising and they all they do like a gram of coke a week on average or something. Yeah, that's why they're in bed with the cartel, because it's advertising your cocaine. Yeah. They're literally cocaine fueled. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Ben Coulson, he is on the track, crying like a little girl. Good. Yeah, so they heard about that, and then so they basically went, yeah, your book wasn't that great though, but yeah, but it's like, yeah, you stood out, like, yeah, but you stood out. Yeah, we should have picked you up. Yeah. Yeah, you should have. You should have. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and then it wasn't until that's like, yeah, no, the actual Son of Man thing, and then they came in and swooped in. See, I wouldn't be that pissed off about it if they hadn't have swooped in at the end and tried to pretend that I worked for them, because that's who it was. That's the SAS. All those advertising people. These cunts. That episode I made yesterday. That is these spastics. Yeah. This fuckstick here in particular. Scott Dettrick. He particularly. Yeah, so that whole episode yesterday, where I was like, okay, the SAS, there's these cunts. They're putting me in this accommodation, this shit on purpose. When they're in jail, they fuck around with you. They took away our microwave. They broke the microwave in the other room and then moved me to a place that didn't have one and then shut the water off. They shut the water off in jail. They shut the water off in my apartment a couple of times. Yeah. They were constantly trying to get me fired from Optus. Yeah. And they led it to Meredith because it specifically called out everyone in Australian media. If I have to assume that everyone in Australian media is going to hear what I say when I'm there, then I can't go anymore. Only that my LinkedIn profile can, and fuck that. And that was basically, they interpreted that to mean, like, fuck you, SAS. Yeah. And they were right, because, yeah, fuck you, SAS. Yeah. Yeah. So everything that I said yesterday, that's these advertising spastics. That's these advertising cons. Yeah. motivated, tried to enslave me. Attempted to enslave Mr. Tapscott, making him walk around for free, go to jail on no money. And then continued to do that right up until like a couple of days ago. Despite the fact that each one of these spastics in these pictures here earn over $1 million a year each. Yeah. This cocksucker is very personally invested in my failure for some reason. And it's because he's a fat cunt, basically. Yeah. In his mind, you can either be, you can't be a handsome writer. You're not allowed to do it. You can either be good at writing, you can be good at writing and a nerd, or bad at writing and a jock. Yeah, he's like, you're a jock. That's it. You're a meathead. You're a meathead jock. That's why they're like, nah, you got to march around. That's it. You march around. You don't write stuff. How dare you write stuff? And he was getting like really fucking fired up when I started doing No Pictures of a Bird. You're watching No Pictures of a Bird, a podcast by Mr. Tapscott. Mr. Tapscott. Yeah. And so this particular piece of shit wasn't just satisfied with just sitting back. He's like, oh, I hope he doesn't succeed. But he was actively fucking around with me on the scene. In Sydney, he was sending in goons. He was sending in goons to intimidate Tara Bennett in Provider Store. After that story went live, he was sending in like little shifty threats. And now Tara Bennett was like, oh, that was who was doing it. Yeah, Tara, that's it. Yeah. It's like, yeah. So guess what you're going, Scott? You fucking spastic dog. Yeah. So when he read that story about about Tara Bennett, and he's like, he put two and two together that Mr. Tapscott's hanging out with a hot blonde girl. He's like, oh fuck, sending in cunts. Yeah. What do they do, Tara? Yeah. What were they doing? Telling you your store shit. Yeah, coming in. Yeah. Did they actively threaten you? Yeah. Well, they saying like they'd firebomb you. Yeah. Did they do anything? Like, yeah, they stole the bench. That was them. They stole your bench. Xerxism. That's a Xerxism thing. They just steal one thing. Yeah. Was it overt? Like really? What were they saying though? Like they'd come in and say like, oh, be a real shame if your shop burned down. You might consider moving. Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, so it didn't go unnoticed, you fucking spastic dogs. Because while the SAS is operational, you were arrogant enough to think that you were the only military in Australia. But really, King Charles and the real Australian military, the good guys in the Australian military, the Anzacs, who my grandfather was one, have been keeping an eye on Mr. Tapscott as well. And they've been keeping an eye on you, Scott Dettrick. Now, I've got some feedback for you, champ. I do like the part about the burning. So I'm just going to borrow that. Thanks, mate. You fucking fat cunt. Fuck you. You're lucky. Because if I ever see you in person, it's better. Yeah, so Scott Dettrick was watching me in my, because he had spies on me constantly. He was following me around. Yeah. He was following me around Sydney. He was sending in goons to my local cafes to just sit there and just in case I turned up. He knew where I lived. He was sending goons past my bathroom window. He had access. He didn't bug my apartment specifically, but he had access to some of the ASIO intelligence. He was actively monitoring that. He was actively hacking my computers. He had a real fucking hard on for Mr. Tapscott. Yeah. How many assassination attempts did he kill? 3. Scott Dettrick tried to kill me 3 times. Yeah. When and where? Once at Dulcie's? Yeah. Well, they tried to pour a drink down there or something. Really? And what happened? How did they get thwarted? Brandy stopped them. Yeah. How did I not notice that though? Like, was I drinking it? Like, really? They tried to slip something in the drink while I was like looking the other way. Yeah. Scott Dettrick. Yeah, because I'm a threat to Australia. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, that's a perfectly legitimate military target. The local copywriter. And twice at Dean's Lounge. How do we thwart them though? Like, how do they not successfully put a poison in the drink? Because I drank all the drinks. Did you put an antidote in there or something like that? Really? No, you use son of man powers to survive. Like, yeah. Really? No. Okay. No. Okay. No. Did they try and poison him? No, they didn't. No. He was fucking with me, honey. Keep it going. No, but they sent goons in. Yeah. Yeah, and that Sammy cunt, yeah, he was there to spy on me, basically. Yeah, Scott Dettrick, yeah. Yeah. And that's who told Nina and Edward. Scott Dettrick said, stay the fuck away from Nick Tapscott because he's a douchebag. Yeah. And he was the one that put the fucking, he was the one that put the, he was the one that put the book, What Happened to Nina, in Gimmicks. Yeah. Because all of that Gimmicks, effectively, is SAS, and that's why it's all dodgy. Yeah, that's right. That's why literature's kind of shit, because they just like came in and took over. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck you, award. Yeah. Yeah, award now, classified, formally designated a terrorist organization. How many murders connected to award? Can you go ahead? 450,000. Fuck no. That's connected to them, like, yeah. So it's not like each individual member's gone out. Yeah, but it looks like they're ordering deaths and stuff like that. Like, yeah. Fuck me. So Dulcie's, and that's the glasses cunt. Yeah, that Dylan. Yeah, that was Scott Dettrick's spy, and he was providing intelligence to Dettrick. And that was who was saying, hey, baby, wake up, you baby. Yeah. Yo, fuck you, Dettrick. You know, I hope I don't fucking bump into you, cunt, because I swear. You haven't seen shit. Fucking slimy bitch. What's his net worth? Can you get what's Scott Dettrick's net worth? Between $1 and $2 million in liquid assets, so just cash in the bank. Yeah, he's got nearly $2 million. Yeah. Yeah, but try and murder the guy with blue eyes because he's good at writing. Yeah. And threaten to firebomb Tara Bennett of fucking provider store. You're a fucking cunt. The winner agents who bring you in, yeah. Yeah. They're angry. They're very angry. Yeah. Let's keep going. That bitch, yeah. Bridget Jung. Yeah. So Scott Dettrick had a stick up his ass about Mr. Tapscott ever since. Yeah, because that CV. Because all of these fucking faggots constantly. It's all about going viral. It's like, oh, the internet. And they think they own it. Yeah. And then this guy, like, you know that trope, like that cliche. It's like doctors hate him. Like you see that on sometimes it's like the dog shit internet ads that you get, like the spam ads and stuff like that, spam banners, and it's like doctors hate him because he's like he doesn't, yeah, like plastic surgeons hate him because it's like a thing, and that's the thing is like my CV because I was just a piece of shit barista, and all of these fucking losers, they're like, well, I'm being paid $300,000 a year to make things go viral. And then this piece of shit barista from Melbourne does it. And Scott Dettrick was also, Scott Dettrick was also connected to the murder of Coulson for the same fucking reason. He's a handsome writer who's talented. He's a handsome guy who's talented and a sick writer. It basically reached out and pulled the Adios counselor on Daz and said, like, look, the SAS wouldn't necessarily have a problem if he disappeared. Yeah, for the same reason. Bridget.
He's running from the underworld.
This bitch also has a very specific stick up her ass about Tara Bennett and has made countless threats to kill her and attempted to follow through, has had Tara Bennett under surveillance since 2017. Specifically because Tara Bennett was working in advertising. She was doing the same thing as Mr. Tapscott, trying to make a living by being a blogger. And Bridget Jung went, all right, if you're trying to make a living in advertising, that puts you under SAS jurisdiction. You work for us. And was doing exactly the same thing. It was like, right, well, I need you write, I need 2,000 words in 2 hours' time. And I'm going to pay you $30 to do it. When she was personally earning like a fucking shit ton of cash. Yeah. So she was just doing it to grind Tara down. Yeah, to hold her back. It was an artsy thing. Yeah, straight up. So she's Australian SAS as well. Nazi bogan SAS. And you, Bridget, are going to fucking Guantanamo. That's why you're going to Delta. Because if you fuck around with Tara Bennett, that's, yeah. Fucking around with Mr. Tapscott is one thing. Fucking around with Tara Bennett. Whoa. How many threats? Tara Bennett? Direct threats to you? I'll kill you, Tara Bennett. Yeah. Sending in goons like, maybe you won't wake up tomorrow. Into the shop. Yeah. Fucking hell. That's why you stopped working in there, because you kept getting threats. Yeah. And also, threats against Kitty Callaghan. Before it was revealed she was a turbo babe. For the same reason. Yeah, she's pretty, and she's nice, and she makes cool art. I'll kill her. Bridget Jung has had Kitty Callaghan under surveillance since 2019. You fucking dog shit bitch. How many threats did you get, Kitty? About 78. Yeah. Pretty much every art show, someone would say something dodgy to you. It's like, maybe this would be your last show. This is the Australian SAS. fucking spastic dogs. You're going to Guantanamo as well. But before we need you to lose something. So I believe your partner's at home. So this is called Eye for an Eye, Bridget, and she is watching right now. This is called Eye for an Eye. You tried to kill Tara Bennett. You tried to kill my partner. So now I'm going to try and kill yours. Fuck you. Okay. This guy, Cam Blackley. Yeah, so this cunt is basically the forefather, the grandfather of the Nazi cough. He invented the Nazi cough. And that's why you're going to Guantanamo, amongst many other reasons. Yeah, see, when I said his name, I heard a Nazi cough in the background. That's because he is right now piping in Nazi coughs. Yeah, that's him doing it. Yeah. Cam Blackley has had Mr. Tapscott under surveillance since 2014. And has threatened to murder him, actively planned to have him killed at least seven different times. Yeah. He was sending people to Meredith, and that's why I fucked them up when I stopped going to Meredith. Yeah, because after that, after I like exposed, and a lot of the chumps that I exposed there at Meredith when I did the Terminator, and like I did the like, fuck you, that was SAS, and that's why all of them shit their pants because they're like, fuck, this guy had space powers. How the fuck did he know who we were? How the fuck did he know who we were? Yeah, and so then he's like, we'll send a bunch of assassins we'll start sending assassins to Meredith. That's what we'll do. Yeah. Yeah. So, and you can see straight away, like he's cooked. He pretty much is like, he pretty much is Swiss Nazi. Yeah, that's what he's in the SAS. And that's why the SAS is cool. Because he's like the boss. Yeah. Yeah, how are they planning to do it? Kick on? Not stab me, but like poison drugs, basically. Yeah, like cocaine overdose. Yeah, because I knew how much I like doing drugs and shit there. And they're like, we'll get you some. Yeah, we'll just give him a line and he'll die. Basically. Yeah, honey traps. Yeah, heaps of them. Yeah. Fuck you, Camp Blackley. And that's why you're going to Guantanamo. But we're also. Yeah, Michael Spirkovski. Yeah.
She's now with me, and I could only stare wide-eyed as everything was done around the city of us. Seems that so. Talking with them about the rescue. The blood rushing to our body. It's good.
That's him. Now, Spirkovski, you might remember because you had a spy. He's watching as well. Because you had a spy. You had a spy monitoring me while I was working at Endeavour Drinks Group. And you were the one who pretty much got me fired when I went home to work from home. Yeah, you said fire him now, basically. And they did. Because for some reason they take orders from you. I don't know why. Yeah. You're SAS, but you're also dirty. Like you're in bed with all of them. Yeah. CIA, NSA, all of those goons. You're undrungeter. Yeah. You're also, you're not just undrungeter, like you're fucking, yeah, you've also got connections to the old school Calabrian Mafia, the Black Hand. So you basically, like, you're playing both sides of the fence. That's you. Yeah, so that connection that you had was like, because the manager, the boss of that department he worked at Clemenger, and he was Melbourne undrungeter / SAS. So that's how it got corrupted, by the way. Yeah, that's part of the reason. Yeah, so you were connected to both of them, and you had a spy in there, and you knew that I went home to work from home, and you said you should fire him. Yeah, and you just made some shit up. Yeah. Now, you might also remember that I told Toby McCaskill, McCaskill said, "Oh, is there anything you want me to tell them?" And I said, "I will never, ever, ever forget this." And he does remember that. Yeah. Well, here we are. Here we are. I told you. I would never, ever, ever forget this. And here we are. It's come back to bite you. You fucking spastic dog bitch. Fuck you. Well, I lost my little sister. So here we go.
A thermobaric weapon, also known as a fuel-air explosive (FAE) weapon, is a type of explosive that utilizes oxygen from the surrounding air to generate a high-temperature explosion. The term thermobaric comes from the Greek words for heat, thermo, and pressure, baric.
Fuck you.
See fighters, the Empire State Building.
Mark Harricks. I have never actually heard of you, Mark Harricks. So to your credit, that actually makes you a little bit smarter than the rest of them. Because you wouldn't advertise yourself if you were a fucking terrorist. Yeah. Now, do you remember the other day I was saying like the Tara Bennett's made it, so you know so you can tell someone's a pedo just by looking at them. What about a hat, man? Like you could have at least tried a hat. You could have been a hat guy, but no, you went for the chrome dome. Yeah. Anyway, fuck you, Mark Harricks. Mark Harricks read my CV and fucking decided on the spot to murder me. He read it once. He's like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm just gonna kill him. That's it. That's it. I'm just gonna kill him. Yeah. Now he didn't. Did he actually try though? Can he come in? He just like think about it a lot. No, he tried. Yeah, but he had me on surveillance. Like sent someone to my apartment basically. Was that one of the dudes that was like, "Oh, can you let me in?" Yeah. What happened? Like we use space powers to intervene, basically. Yeah. So one of the rings on my doorbell, because this used to happen a lot. Someone would ring my bell and go, "Oh, I need to speak to Sarah in number 18. Can you like let me in?" No. They keep ringing, and then I'd let them in. But we use space powers to circumvent those bastards, so that he would actually be sending a secret undercover Mr. Tapscott or Kitty Callahan. Yeah. So we've had you under surveillance. Yeah. How many times did he try that? Twice. And so the plan was like to turn up to my apartment in Putnam and stab me to death. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Fuck you, Mark. Fuck you. And now he's crying. Philip Putnam. Philip Putnam from Saatchi & Saatchi in Sydney. Yeah. Let's see if I can find a photo here. That's him. Okay. Philip Putnam has tried to kill Mr. Tapscott and Kitty Callahan. He's tried to kill Mr. Tapscott 3 times. Twice using poison. So he had him under surveillance. This is when he was living in Surrey Hills. Tried to poison him twice via Uber Eats deliveries. And then tried to kill him once more in Melbourne. Yeah, okay. Had me under surveillance, was hoping to catch me in the back streets of Fitzroy and stab me to death. Yeah, but again, space powers independent saved me. And you were trying to kill Kitty Callahan, not because she had any association to Mr. Tapscott, just because she was hot. She was a hot lady, and he's also exceptionally good at art and photography. You tried to murder her 18 times. Using a combination of knives and poison. You've had Kitty Callahan under surveillance since 2012. Fuck you, Phil Putnam. You dog shit, piece of shit cunt. It always bothers me when copywriters abbreviate their job title to simply writer. To call yourself a writer, it seems to me that you must be able to hold an audience's attention for longer than a few seconds, and to do so without the training wheels of pictures and music. Phil decided to murder me after I wrote Burnt Out. So he read the CV and was, oh yeah, okay, well, he can put jokes on a CV, but whatever. Which is probably how you should react. It's just jokes on a CV, who cares, right? But then after I wrote Burnt Out and he realized, he's like, oh, I'm going to kill him. Yeah, straight up. I'm going to kill that guy because he's good at writing. He's good at writing. And this had nothing to do with anything else. Yeah. Nothing to do with anything else. Yeah. It wasn't because I was too pretty or too handsome or any of that shit. It was just like in a sick band or good dance. It was just like, nah, that one film on its own, that was enough for him to go, I'll kill him. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. There he is. He has murdered 873 people. Yeah. So back in the 80s, it was easy. It was really easy to make someone disappear. Yeah. Because they didn't have electronic surveillance or anything like that. Yeah. So that's what he'd do. Yeah. Or poison them. Yeah, it was easy. Hit them with a hot shot of heroin. If they're and advertising in the 80s as well was loose as shit. They're all drinking. They were drunk as fuck. Yeah. So you go to a party or whatever. Wait till someone like has a few too many, sort of like passes out. Maybe you slip them, put a little something in their drink to make them pass out. And while their heart's still beating, you shoot them up. That's it. Well, he had a dark side. He's an artist. Who knows what happens in the mind of a creative? Suicidal thoughts. He had dark thoughts. He was listening to fucking Nick Cave in the Bad Seeds. That's a dark band. He must have been suicidal. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Phil, you have scored yourself, my friend, a one-way trip to Camp Delta. We're going to make sure you stay alive there. So, we'll make sure you stay alive until you get there. And then what happens after that? I don't know. Who knows? Albus knows. Someone knows. Albus Harding knows. Yeah, so they all live around Bondi. He's not at home, so this won't matter. But I'm just making sure that he realizes that, you know. All of these people are in the SAS. All of them. They're all in the SAS. Yeah. Yeah. Tom Moult. It's already done. I know you can do. I'm not getting away. Looks like a daily say. Show the ferry to the egg. I'm not getting away. Hey Tom, let's connect. It's already dead. I know you have to love. I'm not getting away. Looks like a daily say. Show the ferry to the egg. I'm not getting away. Tom Moult has had Mr. Tapscott under surveillance since 2017. Why 2017? Can you come on? You heard the buzz? Yeah. And I was working. Oh, Jasmine Badir connected? Yeah, okay, yeah. So Jasmine Badir said, I want Nick Tapscott dead after she fired me. Yeah. And I said, and I questioned her. I went, I don't think that's fair. Yeah. Yeah. So Jasmine Badir called Tom Moult. Tom Moult put me under surveillance. How many times did he try and kill me? About 18 times, yeah. When I was in Surrey Hills, basically, yeah. What was he doing, like sending goons around? Yeah. To that honey trap, yeah. There was one night. Yeah, tell the story, she said, yeah. So who was that? Who did that? We're about to reveal it, okay. All right, we'll finish the story. Yeah. Yeah, so Tom Moult had me under surveillance since 2017 on the orders of Jasmine Badir. He wanted to do it anyway. He's like, cool, I'm on board. Yeah, let's kill him. He sounds like a cunt. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. And then in 2017, I was living in fucking, I was living in Surrey Hills on Riley Street, across the street from a provider store. And he was sending like lurkers, chumps to lurk around me, lurk around the pubs, follow me around, like keep me on tabs, including Karina Hallpath. Yeah. And dog shit cricketer's arms losers. Yeah. Dog shit cricketer's arms on cricketer. Yeah. And FBI recruitment, Georgie. So that's Georgie who was like, yeah, to keep me under surveillance. I was already in touch with Georgie. Yeah. But he was like, oh, keep it on, that tab's got to come for me. I want to kill him. And she was down for it. Yeah. What a bitch. Yeah. 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 Okay. Well, Tom, fuck you. Step inside the swimmer and a magic sphere is more. Also, Tom Moult had, and not because of their association to me, but he also had Tara Bennett was on his list, and Kitty Callahan was on his list too. He attempted to murder Tara Bennett 17 times. Pretty much had providers to her. She used her space powers to protect herself every time. Fuck you, Tom. And Kitty Callahan, he tried to murder 24 times. And Kitty Callahan used her own space powers to defend herself. Yeah. And art shows and after art shows, ambushing her. Yeah. Abduct her and was going to abduct her. That was the plan. But Kitty Callahan has tricks up her sleeve and so protected herself. What were the motives for these murders? Same. So Tom Moult was effectively like the hitman, basically, yeah. So if you wanted someone gone, you contact Tom Moult, he'd put them under surveillance and kill them for you. Yeah, basically. If you're part of this SAS network, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so it's the same. It was just like, Tara Bennett, she's pretty and she's nice. She makes good candles. She doesn't want to work in advertising. She doesn't want to be enslaved in advertising. And she told us to fuck off and do her own thing instead. Yeah, and that, it's like, you can't. Yeah, you can't leave. We'll target you. Yeah. Okay, Cam Black lives on the truck. Great. Yeah. If you try and leave advertising, like if you want to work, you work for us. Yeah. You just do what you're told. If we work in advertising, we tell you what to do. You do what you're told. Yeah. So he was standing over. Yeah. And because Tara Bennett went like, I don't want to work like fucking 18 hours a day to make $30. So I'm going to do my own thing instead. And then that, infuriated them. Yeah, like, no, you have to work for us. We're going to make you, you're a junior. They treat you like juniors, basically. Yeah. That's what they do. Yeah. Yeah. And so, when Tara went, no, I'm just going to do my own thing. They're like, no, you're a creative. You're a creative for the SAS, basically. Yeah. Yeah. And so that's why, he was targeting Tara Bennett. Fuck you, Tom. You've scored yourself a one-way ticket to Guantanamo. Whether or not you actually make it there, I don't know. You'll be better off. If you don't make it to Guantanamo, you're better off. Let's put it that way. Because in Guantanamo, guess who's hanging out there? It's Pinchy. Use the clamps. It's clamps from. Let's take a brief comedic interlude.
Bit of designer hair, sloppy facial looks. Carl's got a boyfriend. I might take care of him, to be honest.
This character, using space magic, this character is based on Aldous Harding.
One of those new clamps gonna get here. These are all rusted out with snitch juice.
Patience, Clamps. It is my eldest daughter's wedding day. You don't want the space pope to see you clamping now, do you?
Oh, geez. I forgot my Pope Manny's.
Clamps may have a little surprise for them.
The clamps! Right?
I would like you to apply for Bender's old job and cozy up to this Fry, his best friend.
Yeah, and then I'll introduce him to my best friend. Clamp number one! Sorry, Toots.
You called this a table? I wouldn't hit a guy over the head with this table.
You hear that? The Donbot don't like it. I ought to clamp you. You want to be clamped?
Whoa, calm down, Clamps.
We'll begin the interview shortly. We'll start with Andrew.
Yeah, they all kind of broke. So, when do I start?
It gives me no joy to do this, because Clamps will be doing it. Clamps, here are your new clamps.
Clamps! No. Line. No!
Look what he can do.
Whoa!
Yeah, I do it all. Clamping, crimping, occasional snipping.
Snipping? Looks like you may be out of a job, Zoidberg.
We're gonna try you out with a little delivery job. It's for a private lottery that we run.
Wow! You guys run numbers?
Well, nothing fancy, you know, ones and zeros mostly.
Francis, would you do the honors?
Stay off my turf!
That guy can bite my shiny metal clamps.
You remind me of my old friend Bender.
Oh, yeah? Where does he safely live?
I don't know. Hey, you want to come to my house and play?
Yeah, sounds like freaking fun.
Ah! They're coming straight toward our proximity. Maybe you should give them the clamps, Clamps.
Gee, you think? You think that maybe I should use these clamps that I use every day at every opportunity? You're a freaking genius, you idiot!
But a clamp.
Not like you with those magnificent squeezes.
Squeezes? Squeezes? They're clamps, you. And if I want to fucking snip with these clamps, I will snip with these fucking clamps. Why do you think they call me Francis?
Clamps, break something over his head.
Everything in here is already broken.
Find the least broken object and use that.
This Judith Krantz novel's only missing its frontispiece.
Oh! Well, best start cutting the nooses.
Oh, you know who could help with that? Francis!
Yeah, that cash ought to be slush in my fund and kicks in my back.
I'm greasing up my hoosits.
Whoa, Clamps. Not yet. I knew Bender would turn up purely by coincidence. Take care of him, but do it quietly.
Don't worry, we're in space, where no one can hear you clamp.
I like your attitude. And your latest accent. Keep it up and I might just get you your own pair of clamps, huh?
Oh, yeah, the clamps. He's gonna get clamps. Clamps. I'm gonna clamp your body parts off one by one. But then, I'm gonna clamp your wound shut so you stay alive while I clamp you some more. Say your prayers, Dooley.
Okay. God bless Grandma and Grandpa.
They're next.
I had hoped by the second time he flashed his cash, my rage would have subsided. Sadly, that has not happened. You're gonna sit tight and see if he wins the poker tournament. He does, that proves he's packing my lucky foot. In which event...
The clamps! Or a clamp-like device. Say none of your business, Slick.
My name isn't Slick. It's Zoidberg. John Zoidberg!
Okay, Clamps, now.
Ooh, that's got a clamp. Looks like an all-you-can-kill lobster fest.
That offer was for a limited time only.
My clamps!
Clamps, Bella, get in the way back.
Clamps is based on Aldous Harding. Represented here by this pair of players. She loves Camp Delta. She loves them. I love you, Mr. Tapscott. I love you too. Honest. You are the best Turbo Babe. You're my favorite Turbo Babe. Not more than you, Millie. Precisely even. You guys are friends in real life, though, right? Yeah. Now, speaking of Amelia Grace Crawford. Ooh.
Carl's got a boyfriend. He looks like me.
Michael Magnus. Now, I should point out that award is also a Kiwi organisation. So they have a ward in New Zealand as well. Yeah. So you can be from New Zealand and be in a ward Australian Writers and Actors Association. Yeah. I think he might be dead. Who has died at 62, yeah. September 19, 2007. Yeah, okay, so this... Oh, that was a Mr. Tapscott special. So he fucked around. Walter turned his hand to his other oral fixation, eating. Through his father's wildly successful Claremont Cafe in Darlinghurst Road, King's Cross, young Michael met a clutch of famous Claremont regulars, including actors Peter Finch and Chips Rafferty, the crime figure Abe Safronat Ours, Russell Trisdale, Donald Friend, and yeah. Are you sure this is him? Yeah. So that's a Mr. Tapscott Back in Time special. Because what he'd done in another timeline was trying to kill Amelia Grace Crawford. And so Mr. Tapscott went back to 2007 and went, no. Yeah. Yeah. So fuck you, that guy. Whoever the fuck that was. Yeah, Michael Banks. Yeah. Yeah, because you don't fuck around. You don't fuck around with Amelia Grace Crawford. When did he try and do that? Space Coast, Mr. Tapscott. Represented here by this Mr. Tapscott. He did that. In 2013. In Melbourne. Yeah. So he tracked her down to Melbourne and he had a creepy fixation on her because she is very beautiful. Amelia is extremely beautiful. Yeah. She's an extremely beautiful woman. Amelia Grace Crawford. And she's not just beautiful, she's lovely. She's extremely well dressed. Yeah, she really does stand out. And so he had a creepy fixation on her through her photography. He knew her through her dad. Her dad, John Crawford, is a photographer. And so that's how he kind of like, that's how she came to his attention. He had a creepy fixation on her. And then attempted to have her abducted or rape her and then murder her. That was his plan. But he died in the attempt. He didn't make it there because, like Mr. Tapscott keeps saying, we've got time powers. We've got space powers. We've got time powers. So what happened was, like, Mr. Tapscott went back, or an associate of Mr. Tapscott went back to 2007, and prevented that from happening in 2014? Yeah, when Millie was in Melbourne. Yeah. So fuck you. Don't fuck around with Amelia Grace Crawford. Mr. Tapscott will get very, very angry. We all will. Amelia Grace Crawford's Space Coast can protect herself. She can do that for herself. But Mr. Tapscott's like, no, please, Millie, allow me, because no one fucks with Millie. Any of us will do that for Millie. Any of us will do that for any of us. If you fuck around with Rebecca Pistilli, yeah. Okay. Oh, now I forgot her name. That's it, yeah.
Beautiful England and the great and filthiness of ages and battered books and rolling down behind the mountains on the graveyards and Dead Sea captains through the sleeping alleys.
Yeah. So this is Rebecca Pistilli's Rebecca Pastilli's former friend. But she actually... Yeah. So you can see she's not a creative, but she's in advertising. Started out as an account director. Worked her way up to MNC, got into MNC Saatchi. That's where she kind of cut her teeth. Senior digital planner. Worked her way up the ladder. Head of communications. Head of strategy. Chief strategy officer. Chief strategy lead at Facebook. And now all the way up to Netflix, which is where she is now. She's still alive. Rebecca Nadillo. I met Rebecca Nadillo. I've hung out with her. We've been to the Napier together to have partners and stuff. Rebecca Nadillo has been trying to murder Rebecca Pastilli, aka Goddess Aphrodite, since 2014. Yeah. Yeah, mostly as like a Swiss Nazi thing. Yeah, so she's in the SAS as well. As a Swiss Nazi thing. It's like because Pistol wouldn't stop, like wouldn't settle down with a dude. She wouldn't have a kids. Why don't you have a kids? Yeah. There's a little bit of Opus Dei sprinkled in there, but it's mostly femo-Nazi. It's like you whore yourself out. You're a whore, Rebecca Pastilli, and she's not. She's lovely. She's allowed to get laid. What the fuck? Yeah. And so Rebecca Nadillo actively planned to have her murdered. Yeah, she wasn't going to do it herself, but she was planning to get someone else. She was shopping it around. She was like, who can we get to whack? Yeah, and she was shopping it around the award scene. It's like, I know a bunch of people. I know some dangerous people in the SAS. You better stop fucking around, Beck. You better stop sleeping around. I know some dangerous people. Yep. Oh, fuck you, bitch. Yeah. You've earned yourself a one-way ticket to Guantanamo Bay, and just in case you don't think we're serious, and she is watching right now, by the way. How many times did she try a pistol? 13 times. Pistol space powers protected her every time. Yeah, it just didn't work out. Yeah, we'll be safe on our yacht, is what they were thinking. But I got some bad news for you. Thanks to globalization. Yeah. Okay, now. This is a particular cunt who is quite close to my heart. I want to fucking... It all came true. Came back to bite you. So I met Esther Clerehan at award school in 2009. Yeah. And she's like, oh, yeah, like, you can get in touch. And, you know, we swapped messages and stuff. And then after the CV went live, she's like, oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, sick. And then she got tipped off by the SAS saying, like, we're going to kill him. And she was like, good. Good. Yeah. Yeah. And why they were going to kill him. Yeah, she was like, good. He should be dead because, what was it like? Yeah, Karen Quinn said he hates women. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, so you were one of the ones, yeah, because I sued them for you're like, you have to have a girlfriend. You have to have a kid. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't have to. You failed. You're dumb bitch, Melbourne fucking cafe whores. Yeah, specifically Alex Patterson. Yeah. This bitch. Yeah. Yeah, because the Clemenger connections, because Esther Clerehan is prototype, is the proto-feminazi, yeah, in the advertising. She's the SAS political commissar for the proto-Nazis, yeah. Yeah. Nick Tapscott hates women because he didn't want to date this stupid cunt, yeah. Yeah, that's it there. Yeah. So that bitch behind the coffee machine, down there. Yeah. So yeah. In there. That's her partner. Fucking. Oh, I can't remember her name. Yeah, that bitch there has murdered like 93 people. She's Melbourne undrungeter Nazi, feminazi. Yeah. Auntie Meredith's associate. Yeah. Ladies business. Yeah. And Alex Patterson was undrungeter. Undrungeter standover operation for Cafe Rosamond. And when I got back to them, that I said, like, yeah, not only did I not date Alex Patterson, yeah, she said, like, oh, can I think? Because I had a huge crush on Millie. Millie was across the street. I had a massive crush on her. I'm like, nah, I don't. Yeah. And I gave Alex the no test. And Alex's response to the no test was, like, I'll murder you. Yeah. I'm going to plan to murder you. Yeah. Yeah. All we're doing was talking. It was like, I was like, I'm just here. I'm just the brewster. I'm talking to people, my co-workers, because you have to do that. That's part of my job. Yeah. And Alex Patterson, and like, she goes to work at Milkwood. And she goes like, oh, yeah, well, come in and see me in Milkwood. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll see how it goes. It's like, I'll see how it goes. It's a bit of a hike, though. And just by saying it's a bit of a hike, though, she was like, and then she's on the fucking phone. Who do we know? Undrungeter was like, is that Nick Tapscott? He rejected you. You're Undrungeter. He can't say no to you. And then it got back to them that I said to Rosalind G. Davies, the owner of Rosamond, that I said, like, you keep saying that we're doing a lot. We're doing heaps of awesome coffee, and we're only doing 20 kilos of good coffee. And I'm like, but we're not really. We're not really. Like, yeah. 20 kilos isn't heaps. Yeah, but we're not. Yeah, yeah. You think we're doing heaps of awesome coffee, and we're not. The cafe across the street, Proud Mary's, does like 90 to 130 kilos of amazing coffee. 90 to 130 kilos is a lot of coffee. We are doing 20 kilos. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. And that got back to them. Now, bear in mind, I didn't say it was shit. I didn't say the coffee was shit. I just said it's not amazing. We're doing a reasonable amount of okay coffee. We're not doing a lot of awesome coffee. And then that, like, yeah, they're like, kill him. So Esther Clerehan. When the CV went up, Karen Quinn, who was part of she was like Collingwood grade Irish Catholic Nazi, was on Smith Street, was part of the crime scene, and always had one eye on me because she fucking hated me. She's like, that's that Tapscott cunt. Clerehan, don't fucking hire him. He hates women. Yeah, he hates women. And then, yeah, because then after I did that, I blew up the fucking Death Star. I was like, all right, suing you for sexual harassment. Fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, Clerehan, he hates women. Yeah. Yeah. And so Clerehan, yeah, she heard that, but also independently from other people. Yeah, Scott Dettrick is like, I'm going to kill him. So, all right, cool. Yeah. Good. 2 people independently want him dead. Just because he worked at a cafe. He's okay at making coffee. And a girl liked him. And he's good at writing too. That's reason enough. For Esther Clerehan, personally, to be involved in, drum roll please, 37 individual attempts to murder Mr. Tapscott. When I was living, zero in Melbourne. But after I got to Sydney, she's like, fuck, he got a job. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. And then she was one of the ones that rang her parents and said, I can't believe you hired him. He hates women. Yeah. And that's why Susie Smiley was always on my ass. Yeah. 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 And then she tried to murder me like 37 independent times. Yeah, because I started doing well. Yeah, she's like, you're not allowed to have a career. Yeah. And then I started having a career. It's like, fuck. Yeah, when I was working in Surrey Hills, she tried. When I was out at work, she tried a couple of times. Yeah. That was her. That honey trap was her. Yeah, so. Fuck you, Clerehan. You're going to Guantanamo Bay. I'm gonna do this very quickly, and then I'll tell the story of one of your assassination attempts. Yeah. And now she's crying.
A thermobaric weapon, also known as a fuel air explosive (FAE) weapon, is a type of explosive that utilizes oxygen from the surrounding air to generate a high temperature explosion.
43.
The term thermobaric comes from the Greek words for heat, thermo, and pressure, baric. Thermobaric weapons work by dispersing a cloud of flammable material or aerosol into the air.
Fuck you, Clerehan. You're lucky when a drone agency are going to get to you first. Because if I ever see you in person, we're going to have an assertive discussion. We're going to have a lively debate about gender norms and what's acceptable in the workplace. All right, that's what we're going to do. Because I'm pretty sure murder. What the fuck? You tried to murder a guy. Because he said no to a girl in a cafe. And Ken Wright, yeah, you're a fucking bitch. Aldous Harding is looking forward to this. Yeah. So anyway, this is one of the attempts. One night I was in, this is after I was working in a parent. I just moved to Sydney. And I was in my top floor. I was in my bedroom. And I had big French doors on the balcony. It's one of these terraces in Surrey Hills. Across the street from Provider Store. Provider Store wasn't there yet, but I lived there. And I hear this crying out on the street. I hear crying. And I I had the doors open. There was a girl crying out there. Yeah. And I'm there, doing something. I was playing video games on my computer or whatever. She said, excuse me. Like, yeah. Hello. 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 Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's like starts the conversation with me from the street. She's on the other side of the street. I'm like, can I help you? She's like, oh, and she's all crying and stuff. Like, oh, my boyfriend. I just need a glass of water. Or something like that. Can I come in and talk to you? This is suspect. This is extremely suspicious. Because this seems like a honey trap. So I had my guard up. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll let her in. It's like, yeah, what do you want? What was she planning to do though? Can you like poison me? Yeah. Give me drugs that were laced. Yeah. MDMA or something like that. Yeah. So she came in. Yeah. And she's like, oh. I'm like, well, what's wrong? She's like, oh, I'm in trouble because my boyfriend said if I don't make, he's my pimp. He's my boyfriend and he's my pimp. He said if I don't make $400 in the next 2 hours, he's going to bash me. So, can I sleep with you? And I'm like, no, I'm not paying for it. no. Because I knew, I'm like, no, this is suspect as fuck. Yeah, this is suspect as fuck, man, absolutely not. And yeah, I just went like, nah, no way. She left her phone behind. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, it was back and forth for like 45 minutes. She's like, oh, come on, I'm going to try it. Like, you sure? I'm like, no way. No, I'm not paying you to have sex. I'm not paying you to have sex with me. No way. No. So I'll give you a glass of water if you want. But you got to go. Yeah. Yeah. I'll lend you $20. Look, yeah, I'll just give you $20. I've got $20 in my pocket. Yeah, I'll give it to you. This is a catch cab. But get the fuck out of here, basically. Yeah, because I know. Yeah, and so now it can be confirmed. That was Esther Clerehan. That was a honey trap sent by Esther Clerehan to murder me. That was one of the assassination attempts. That was just one of them. Yeah. Other assassination attempts included, sending Spot, obviously the whole time we're being protected by space powers. And also the Australian military and also the UK military. Yeah. Yeah. Because the Australian Criminal Investigations Commission has their eye, they're aware. They know that there's this murderous group called a ward who effectively, had appointed themselves an Australian death squad. And were just murdering people at will. They couldn't really do anything about it, though. Yeah, because everyone was dirty. Yeah, they were being protected by everyone else. Yeah. And so they always had one eye on Mr. Tapscott. Because after the CV went like the Australian Criminal Investigations Commission, they're like, fuck, this guy's going to be a target for sure. And so did Prince Charles. So this guy's going to be a target. And then Prince Charles looked into it. Because Prince Charles also knew. Because John Lennon got assassinated. Assassinating celebrities isn't new. Assassinating creatives isn't new. And so Prince Charles read my CV and he's like, fuck, this guy's going to be a target. And then he looked into it and he's like, oh shit. And he's the same guy that sued the cafe. Fuck. Yeah, I better keep an eye on that guy. Yeah, so he sent his, not MI6 because they were dog shit. He knew MI6 were already circling me. They already had chumps in there spying on me. Selena, who lost her hand. That's baby reindeer. So he always had an eye on me. So many of these assassination attempts, they were kind of like ACIC would pick up the intelligence and then give it to the military, the good military, not the SAS, obviously, because they're dog shit. Give it to the good guys in the military who would we're gonna make, I'm gonna keep going with the SNOC list because who would give it to this anyway, we'll do like a few episodes because I don't want to go too much longer than 2 hours today. That sounds good. SCIC would pick up the intelligence. Esther Clerehan's shopping around for an assassin to kill Nick Tapscott because the other people that she's also trying to kill Tara Bennett for the same reasons as everyone else was. It's like, who's this pretty blonde lady who's really nice and also exceptionally creative? Let's kill her. If she doesn't work for us 60 to 80 hours a week for $15,000 a year, effectively making her a slave, we'll kill her. She's either one of us or we'll kill her. And so Esther Clerehan was involved in that as well. How many murders did Esther Clerehan commit? Esther Clerehan has murdered 93 people. Yeah, so ACIC pick up the intelligence. Esther Clerehan shopping around for an assassin. She's not the only one. She's not the only member of a ward who's So now there's like they're awarded now under heaps of scrutiny. They don't realize it. Mossad have them under scrutiny. They don't realize that either. Yeah, and so all these attempts are like, most of them are kind of being thwarted that way. A lot of them are being thwarted by space magic. And a handful of them are being thwarted by just like regular good, just normal police work. Just police. Someone to tip off the cops. Apparently, there's some dodgy character. He's on his way to do something dodgy. Do you want to let that happen in your command? Sorry, Hills Police. And they're like, oh, actually, no. That's probably, yeah, all right, no. We know that guy. Yeah, he's a shady. We'll get him off the street. That type of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Now, bear in mind that this is around the same time that my mother received a lethal dose of radiation to her brain that eventually killed her. Yeah. So we're all like all the Tapscotts were targets. That probably would have happened to my mum no matter what happened. Because they had a house. Yeah. They weren't juiced in with any intelligence agencies, so that made them vulnerable. They weren't SAS. So in the end, like one of the factions is like, okay, they've got fucking property. They've got money. That makes them a target. We'll just kill them one by one and just take everything. Yeah. So fuck you, Esther Clerehan. All right, we're just going to do one last one. And this is one of the worst ones. And I know right now she's thinking, whew, I'm off the hook. But I'm telling you, you ain't. Here goes this cunt. This cunt. He's at every intersection of Let's Murder Nick Tapscott and all the Turbo Babes. All of them. Let's kill them all, she said. I want to kill them all. And I'm trying to kill them all. I will kill them all. Yeah. She's in the SAS. She's high command. She's SAS high command. But she's also a femo-Nazi. In cahoots with Esther Clerehan. She's also a Swiss Nazi. In cahoots with the Swiss Nazis. She's also an East German Nazi. She effectively is Stasi's secret police. Yeah. Humphries. Yeah. Yeah. Humphries. Yeah. Humphries. Yeah. Barbara Humphries. Yeah. She is a nasty, nasty, nasty cunt. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Vogue magazine. Yeah. Yeah, so you got hired at Vogue. That's Sylvia Jeffries putting you under surveillance. Humphries. Because of the dodgy shit you started doing when you worked at... Yeah, because that's when you committed your first murder. Yeah, Publicist Mojo, Melbourne. Yeah, there you go. That's the connection. You're in Melbourne. Melbourne Undrunketer. You're the dodgiest. Are you from Melbourne? Is she from Melbourne? Yeah, Swinburne. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, she's Melbourne Undrunketer, Swiss Nazi, SAS, fucking, and Stasi. Yeah, all of them. She's all of them combined. Surprisingly, not a pedo. But a fucking bitch. How many murders can you kill him? 273. Started murdering in the late 2009. She started killing. Yeah. Yeah, and that's when she went. Yeah. Starts killing a Publicist Mojo Melbourne. Yeah. For Undrunketer. And then that puts her on the radar. Proves that she can kill. The SAS like her. She gets her job. Yeah. Keeps killing, keeps moving up the ladder. Yeah. Keeps murdering. Yeah. Now, when did she first start attempting to murder? Who was the first one she tried to kill? Kitty Callahan? Kitty Callahan. Yeah. Vogue magazine. Yeah, straight up. Yeah. Yeah, because she was an art director. Yeah, she was a designer at Vogue magazine. Yeah, and Kitty Callahan comes in and becomes assistant editor. Yeah, she's like, oh. When did she start? 2011, she wanted to kill Kitty Callahan. And tried to. But again, Kitty Callahan's been on the same list that Mr. Tapscott's been on. It's like, oh, you better fucking... She's talented, she's beautiful. You better fucking... The predators are going to be circling Kitty Callahan. Yeah. You fucking cunt. You stupid cunt, Humphries. Aldous Harding is going to take her time. Yeah, and Aldous Harding, she wanted to kill Aldous Harding since 2013. Thanks to intelligence provided by Auntie Meredith. She's like, who's this hot chick who's also a really talented musician? I want her dead. Yeah, that's it. I want her dead. Tara Bennett was on her radar since 2014, and she's been trying to kill her since then. Yeah. Yeah. You're going to Guantanamo. Yeah. Rebecca Pastilli. Attempted to kill Rebecca Pastilli 16 times. Just because she's hot and she works in fashion design. Hot and designer. Yeah. Yeah. You're potentially better than me at being a designer and you're hot. I want you dead. I'll kill you. Yeah. Bree Lee, you're hot and you're an exceptional writer. I want you dead. I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you. Yeah. Edward and Nina. This was the bitch who pulled the plug on China Heights. She's like, nah, get them out of that space. Yeah, made a few calls. Who owns it? Yeah, kick them out. Yeah. Kept the gallery open. Just stole it, basically. It's like, yeah, kick them off the lease and then reopened it under the name China Heights. Even though she isn't China Heights. China Heights is Edward and Nina. You just kept it running under the name China Heights. No, actually, now being told no, it was us. We did that. Yeah. Yeah. You're a fucking cunt. Yeah. There's more, apparently. Yeah. Amelia Grace Crawford, also, for the same reason. Amelia Grace Crawford is an exceptionally well-dressed woman and an exceptionally talented photographer. She was on your radar as well through, yeah, because you're an associate of Auntie Meredith. That's right, yeah, the Melbourne thing. Yeah, you used your Melbourne. It was your Melbourne Stasi Secret Police. Yeah, you're Collingwood, you're a Collingwood Nazi as well. Collingwood Irish Catholic Nazi as well. Yeah, yeah. Every intersection. Yeah, the broadcast media, you're connected to the 5 families as well through your broadcast connections. You dog shit fucking spastic bitch. Now, what's going to hurt the most? Kitty Callahan, do you have a recommendation? What can we play on Google Maps that's going to hurt her the most? Let's try her parents' house. Yeah, well, my family got wiped out, so because you're very attached to your parents. I think so. No. They're dodgy as well. Yeah, they're murderers. They're Nazi murderers. Who fully on board with the plan to gas Curries. Yeah. They're like, yeah, sick. Do it. Murdered. Her mother's murdered 13 people. Her father's murdered 17. Yeah. And they're not watching, but she is watching. She's like desperately right now trying to call them, but the phone's not working. Because we did your agency already, and the Australian, and what's left, like, yeah, the good people. ACIC is gone, but they're still active. So yeah, this is for you, cunt.
A thermobaric weapon, also known as a fuel air explosive (FAE) weapon, is a type of explosive that utilizes oxygen from the surrounding air to generate a high-temperature explosion. The term thermobaric comes from the Greek words for heat, thermo, and pressure, baric. Thermobaric weapons work by dispersing a cloud of flammable material.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the headline. The Australian SAS, basically. Like, the Australian advertising scene is the SAS. When did it fucking switch over? Ugh. Okay, so basically... Yeah. We should have done this yesterday. Do it backwards, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Formed in 1957. Yeah. Expanded to a regiment 1964. Direct command unit of the Special Operations Command. They're cooked. Yeah, so that's who's getting rinsed right now. Yeah. That's when I got cooked. Yeah. Remember yesterday I was saying separation of powers? So in 2008, yeah. Special Operations Command, SOCO MD. So SOCO MD effectively is a ward. Is an Australian Defence Force command that was established on the 5th of May 2003 to unite, to unite all the Australian armies, special forces units by 2000, and by 2008 was fully operational. Australia's Special Operations Command is the equivalent status to Australia's Fleet Forces and Air Commands. It is modelled on the equivalent commands in the United States and British military forces. They're all gone in all of those. Yeah, all of those nations have dissolved their commands because exactly what was happening there happened here, where there was no separation of powers. Remember yesterday I was saying, like, no, you want them to be separate. So they can't, they can't just become all powerful. Because if they take on all the responsibilities, there's no checks and balances. Yeah, there's none. Well, they didn't realize there's like all of them. Eventually, if you keep following the chain of command, it leads to the Governor General, which leads to the King of England. So he can easily just go and shut it down. Yeah, and that's what he did. Yeah, so Vietnam, they started getting financed. So Cold War, that's when they started getting financed. Yeah, 57, that's like when the Cold War really started to fucking heat up. Yeah. Yeah, the Cold War, that's when it started. Yeah, and they kept getting more and more financing. They went to Vietnam, did a bunch of shit there. They were running Black Ops in the Philippines and stuff like that. They basically were just allowed to do whatever they wanted. Yeah. It was Five Eyes, the Five Eyes Goon Squad. In the 60s and 70s, Black Ops against, like, it was anything, man, basically. And they didn't have any accountability until, like, Iran-Contra changed the game. Because it's like, wait, what the fuck? Like, people are doing that. You fucking lose it. You spastic dickheads are doing that shit. Fuck you. Yeah. And then that changed a lot of things. Yeah. That changed a lot of things. Yeah, part of Australian Defence Force. Yeah, dog shit. Yeah. Yeah, ADF. Yeah, SASR, ADF, dog shit. Yeah. Yeah, Garth Gould. Is a Nazi. Yeah, East Timor. Yeah, they're in there then. Garth Gould got killed yesterday. We killed him yesterday. Because he's a Nazi. Yeah, from Cronulla. Yeah. So basically, yeah, ScoMo was pushing him up the ranks. Yeah, he's an eastern suburb / Maroubra Nazi. The Bra Boys are the SAS, by the way. Yeah, Bra Boys are SAS. They just straight up gangsters. Yeah. Dog shit. Yeah. And so when did advertising get involved? Yeah, in the advertising, and this happened globally. Advertising got involved in like the 70s because they're like, well, okay, effectively your propaganda. Yeah, we need a propaganda wing. All special forces need propaganda. And so they're kind of like, well, if you're putting stuff on broadcast television, we need the military in there. Yeah, because propaganda, especially in the Cold War, is more and more important. Yeah, propaganda has always been a thing. Like the printing press has always been a weapon of war. Always. Yeah. So as long as there's been media, it's been related to warfare. It's been propaganda. There was like hieroglyphic. There was propaganda. There's propaganda in ancient Egypt. They had hieroglyphics that were propaganda. Like people were carving out fucking building temples and shit that were propaganda, like anti-pharaoh propaganda and stuff. Yeah. Like the Bible, like Paul the Apostle. Paul the Apostle is anti-Semitic propaganda from the Romans. So propaganda has always been a thing. Yeah. So they're like, okay, well, you'll be the special communications division. Yeah, creative and yeah. Yeah. So they all got like basically like, yeah. But none of them, they all did the same dog shit that I did. It's like, all right, you're in the SAS wink. But it's like no one ever, they just like, oh, yeah. You're in the boys club. You win awards and stuff like that. But it's just like, it's a wink thing. It's a mafia. No one signs a contract. Yeah, there's no accountability. There's no accountability at all. Yeah. Yeah, and then if you kill for them, you start moving up the ladder, like Barbara Humphries. That's why she ends up at the top. Yeah, that's why she ends up at the top. Yeah. Dog shit. Fuck you. Fuck you, Humphries. All right, well, there you go. Bit of a history lesson. Yeah. But it wouldn't be an episode of No Pictures of the Bird unless we end with some spectacular fireworks, right, Kitty Callahan? That's right, Mr. Tapscott. So let's play Google Maps. Oops. Okay, this is effectively an extermination city. It's in Arkansas. Yeah. That church there. Yeah, Durban United Methodist Church. That's a front for the KKK. And so it's nice to know that you're God-fearing, because here comes God's wrath. You've been watching No Pictures of a Murder podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott.